Hey, you just clicked on this video. That probably means you want to solve a Rubik's Cube. So, you know, a Rubik's Cube has 6 sides, and the centerpieces, as always, they will not move. But you might say that I just moved the centerpiece. That's not true. I just moved the top piece and the bottom piece. So I need to show you the algorithms that I'll be using, but first I gotta show you what they're called. So I'll be using like up, right, left, down, right inverted, up inverted, and things. So right, if you look at the right side, so this is the front side, front, top, right, left, and bottom, or down, and this is up. So front, if you turn the front clockwise, that would be just F, front. I'll be calling it front. I'll have it written out as F. If you go counterclockwise, it'll be F inverted, or front inverted, as I would say. So that was the front. I was facing me. This was facing me, and I turned it clockwise. So if you go to the right side, and if it faces you, the right side faces you, you gotta imagine it as the right side faces you. If you turn it clockwise, that would be right. So if you turn it counterclockwise, it would be right inverted. So that's the same as the rest. Up inverted. There you go. Down, see, clockwise. That's counterclockwise. Okay, so down, that's D, and down inverted is that way. So if you look at this, it's a little bit strange. Right? Okay, let's do up and down because I did those two. So up, just up. U, up. That's up clockwise. And let's do down clockwise. Use the blue side and let's use the green side. So they are not the same. They actually turn the opposite way because they're on the opposite side of the cube. So clockwise would be that way. Clockwise would be that way. And it just turns out like that. So you gotta like pay attention to which you're doing. So if you're doing, let's do a common algorithm. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. So right inverted, look at the right side, counterclockwise, right inverted, down inverted, counterclockwise, right, you go clockwise, and then down, you go clockwise. So that changed a few things on the cube, it looks like. If you do it again, right inverted, down inverted, right, down, it did a few more things. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. And that was the third time. This is a special thing for the way we're going to solve the cube. This just changed a few of the corners. This one, this one, this one, and this one. It changed, this is red, white, and green. This is red, white, and green. So this one was up here, and this one, orange, white, and green, was down here. Orange, white, and green. So these two have changed, and we can use that to our advantage. So this one actually changed from red. This used to be like these, all four. It was a red side, a white side, and a green side. So this red was facing the top like this, and this orange was facing the bottom like that orange. And these two, I think they just switched as well, but yeah, they did. These two just switched, but we're not going to pay attention to that too much because we're going to use it. We're just going to use these two, so we can just focus ourselves. Okay, so now that we know all the everything, well, let's just continue this algorithm and show you that it will eventually solve itself. So it's right inverted, down inverted, right, down. This is the, I just did it 5 times. This is the 6, right inverted, down, right, down, and it solves itself. So we have, I think, 4 algorithms the way we're doing it, and I wrote them down so I wouldn't distract myself, but they're going to be on the screen. See, right inverted, down inverted, right down, little inverted sign. Just to make sure I don't mess up something. Okay, so we can try out all those algorithms or not. But let's instead mix up the cube. And that's probably way more than we'll ever need. I'm hoping to get a weird combination of random things so that I can actually show you the best example. So first we got to know what we're doing. We just got to pick a side. White. I like white because of the cube symbol. So we're going to do it the corners way. No, not the corner ways. I mean the edge ways. The edges are the pieces, these pieces. So let's just go over the pieces really quick. You got a middle piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 middle pieces. You have 8 corner pieces, 1 corner piece, 2 corner piece, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, but you might be thinking, what? That has 2 more stickers. That's 3 stickers right there. But it's just 1 corner piece. It's all connected. If you turn that piece, and turn it, it's always going to be the same piece. These 3 stickers are not going to get replaced or something. So, now we have 8 edge pieces. No, we have more than 8. We have, I think, 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there you go. 412 pieces. It's 12 edge pieces. So we're going to be doing the edge way, which is a way I've made up myself. I think I've heard people talking about it, but I don't know. But we're going to be doing the edge pieces. So let's just make a plus. We don't have to line up anything. Let's just make a plus on the top. I'm sure anyone can do that. Oh, this isn't going to be easy. So we got a plus on the top. We might look at the side and say, oh wow, we got a little combination there. We might turn it a few times, trying to get more combinations. No matter what, you would always be able to get 2. Okay, the edge piece will always line up with 2 of the middles if you keep turning it. So if you turn it again, it's going to line up with either some way. If you turn it, if you have all 4 edge pieces on the top and you turn it, there's some way that it's going to line up with 2. You might get all 4. You might get just 1, but if you only get 1, that means you didn't turn it enough. You gotta keep turning it. You'll eventually get 2. And there's 1. Nope. One more time. Orange and green. So there's 2. This is just a simple way of doing it. You don't have to do the rest. And then, so since you have these 2, the other 2, they're wrong. Just bring them to the bottom, under it, and then turn it around to where the other piece is that does not connect up right. Flip it all the way around so that it's to the top, and then turn this one where the previous piece was, that was wrong, then bring it up. So now you should have all the edge pieces. So good, wow. We're not doing any algorithms yet. We're not going to do it for a little bit because we're doing the edge pieces. Good. So we don't have a specific way to hold it yet. We're going to get to that soon. Let's just look around the cube. So it looks like we do have it all, like I said before. And now we can just turn it over. This can be our bottom because we did all the edges here. We don't need to worry about it really. Now we're looking for these edge pieces. We're not going to do the top just yet because it's a little more complicated there. And if you do the top now, it's going to mess up these. So let's just do this. This piece here, blue, red. The edge piece, red, blue, is it backwards. So we can flip that around easily and not mess up this by doing that. See, we did not mess up our previous edge if we push it back down. So it's not messed up. But we got the blue-red piece that was backwards out of there. It's now up here. If we just try to think of a few ways to do it, all you have to do is if you see the piece where it needs to go, this blue-red piece needs to go blue-red here. Flip it so that it's out of the way it needs to go. So it's connected to the blue here because it needs to go to the red. Make sure it's out of the way because you got to remember to save this white piece here. Flip it out of the way so it's there. Now you can turn the blue safely and push this one back over there so that it connects up with the red. So now you have this little cube here. If you do that a bunch more times, you're eventually going to get the whole middle layer, actually. So now if we just find one, we're looking for blue, orange, orange, green, green, red. Okay, there's a blue, orange, but we're going to look for a different piece because it's a little bit, here's one right here, green, red. Green, red. So just put it anywhere. Typically, if the color lines up with the middle piece, you want to put it over the top of that. So this green, this is on the green side. If this red was over here on the red side, if the red lined up with the red here, then you put it over the red. If the green lined up with the green there, you put it over the green. So now you got to save the white, even if we did another piece over here, you could see that we would still save the piece. Let me just do the thing first. So you move it out of the way, you turn it, so this piece would still be there, and this piece would still be there, and then you flip this one back in its place to fix it. We happen to get lucky and get that too, but that's okay. But this piece stayed the same, and this piece changed instead of this one, but we don't really care about that one just yet. Now if we just find the last two pieces, I think, yep, these are both oranges, so orange blue right here, this one goes right here, it's already lined up with the orange, just move it out of the way, bring up the side where the orange needs to connect to the blue, push it on through there, and then there you go, one more piece, and it is the orange green. So if we look around, there's the orange green, match it up with the orange green yellow, the orange color, you know, move it out of the way. You can move it either way, it does not matter, you just got to make sure it lines up. I should have said that a long time ago. Either way, the easiest way to remember is just moving it towards the color that you're going to. See, orange green is going towards the green, so you just move it that way. But you can move it either way. Just make sure you get the middle layer. See, look, yeah, a whole middle layer. That's pretty impressive. And you should have the whole bottom plus. Make sure you don't mess that up. If you mess it up, you have to do the bottom plus again first. So we still haven't done any algorithms. This is going to be our first algorithm. So depending on this top thing, you'll have, we're going to do the top now, the top plus. We're not going to do these side pluses just yet. Those are a little bit later. So now we're going to do the top plus. We have two, but you will have a variety of things. That was one of the algorithms that you're going to be learning. I'm just trying to get to another of the other things. So this is another one you could possibly get. You could get like that, an L thing, or you can get a straight L, a sideways, I don't know, a half arrow thing going that way, or you can get this flat L, or you can get a dot. This is a kind of rare one, it's just a dot. And you can get something a little bit different. I'm just doing the algorithm that you're going to be doing. A plus. Don't mind these pieces on the corners. You're going to get a plus, a flat L, or an L like that. Or a dot. So the algorithm I'll be showing you now is how to get to the thing from wherever you are. I'll be showing you, gotta get to the dot, because the dot is the smallest thing that you can get to. So the dot is the lowest level of this thing that we're doing. If we do the algorithm once, it will make one of the other things, a plus, a line, or the L thing. So if we do it once, it's going to make something. The algorithm is called, I don't know what it's called, but the algorithm is front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, and front inverted. So that was saying that this was the front. So look what happened to the dot though. So we did the front, right, we did front, right, up, right inverted. Okay, let's just move on. So this L, you want to have it this way mainly. You can do it from here, but it's easier to remember it this way, because the L's go like you're moving these sides pieces, but we're going to do the algorithm. You should probably want to take notes which way to hold this. On the dot you can hold it any way, because they don't have, it's just a dot. All the sides are the same, all the edges, none of them are yellow. So, but when you have an L like this, it's a little different, so you have to do it a little differently. You have to make sure it's like the L is pointing towards your left hand, not your right hand. Okay, so left hand. So here's the formula again, the algorithm. So make sure that the front is under the yellow, under the side that you're doing. The L is under, if you turn it this way, it's still going to work, because you're just changing these pieces. This is yellow and green, the yellow blue. These are just going up here. But, so, you want to hold the L so that it's towards your left hand, and the front is going to be under the L. You can turn that and use the L a different way. You can turn any way, but make sure it's under the way you're going to do it. So now we can do the algorithm again. It is front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, and then front inverted. And now look, we have a little different. This all should be about what it was. It's an L now, or the line. The line is almost there. We're almost there. From the dot goes to the L, and from the L, the weird L thing, goes to this line, and then this line goes to the plus. We have to hold the line flat. We can hold it flat like that, or flat like that. We cannot do it like this, because then I think it goes to the line. No, it goes to the dot, that's right. But hold it flat so that the line is horizontal, and then do the algorithm again. Front, right, up, right inverted, front inverted, that was up inverted, I'm sorry, and then front inverted. Now we have a plus. Wow, that's pretty good. So now we can line up anything that's lucky. Typically, let me just do an algorithm that'll fix this thing, so that, because you're not normally going to get lucky like that and get all the sides the same. See, so like orange and blue, and that they don't match up. They don't match up. You're not going to get a perfect match usually. Sometimes you do, like I just did. So we got orange matched up, but nothing else is matched up. See, so you're usually not going to have a perfect match. But like I said on this side, when you turn it enough times, you will eventually get 2 that matches up every time. See, this one doesn't match up, this one doesn't match up, but you always have 2 that will match up. So here's the next algorithm to get these 2 to switch, so that the orange is now over here and the green is now over there. Actually, wait. There's another way, another scenario that you might get. You will always be able to get 2 matched up no matter what, whether they are diagonal from each other or across from each other. If they're over there, it's going to be the same thing. There, see, it's over there now. They can be there, there, or there. But you will always get 2 if you turn it enough times. So now let's just fix. Okay, no, let me show you the longer example. I'm going to do the algorithm to get rid of this, to change it into the longer example. So now we should have, oh nope, let me just try it this way. And we have, nope, okay, try it this way. I know there's a way to do it. I've done it a few times. I think this is it. Nope, okay. Right here, this is the way. It's the only way I didn't try it yet. There, okay, now we have a blue here and a green over here. It's going to be the same thing for the red, because you got red and an orange. They're the opposite, red, orange. You'll always be able to get 2 to match up no matter what. But just, you have to notice that there's 2 ways that it can go from here and it can go across. I'm saying this way because we have to hold it a specific way to do the algorithm to get it correctly working. See, I did the exact same algorithm, but it turned out like this. We're going to do that algorithm, but making sure we know which way we're doing it so that it'll turn into a weird shape. The best way to do it is have this one in front of you. Make sure it's lined up first. You want to know it's lined up. You can do either way. You can do it on either side. You can change it so that this one and that one instead of the other 2. Just want to make sure that this one lines up in front. This is now going to be the front face. This is in the front, and that's in the back. So you're holding like this: front, back. These are just wrong. So now we're going to do the algorithm. I got to look at this one because it's a little bit crazy. Well, it's long, but it's not hard at all. It's really one of the easiest ones. It is right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted, and then up. Okay, so now our cube has changed. We have fixed the problem. There's right here. You keep turning it until 2 matches up. And if you can't, you will find 2, but you got to keep turning it until you find the 2. And it is these 2. You always have 2. You got to remember that. So now I have these 2. Now this is the way you hold it. One of them is on the right side and one is on the back. So you hold the front, and with one of them, the solved edges on the right side, and one of the solved edges on the back. So now this is the front again. So you do right. You do the same formula, the same algorithm. I'm sorry. Right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted, up. And that will fix all of the sides. Now you should have a perfect plus on all of them. All these should be done. All the pluses. Now all you have to do is the edges, which is much, much more complicated. Because you have to know what's happening on the cube. You have to know what's going on. You have one completed edge here. But that's about it. So maybe we should make this into 2 separate parts because it's getting long. And yeah, we'll do that. So see you in part 2 with the the corners. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at talking. The corners. But we've learned all the algorithms except for one. And it's up, right, up inverted, left inverted, right. That's up, right inverted, up inverted, left. It's the only algorithm with a left in it. So it might be a little tricky to understand. So see you in part 2. Yeah. Good luck on this cube.